Right then, visibility and efficiency when working with large templates in Cubase. Let's have a go. As you can see, I've got an awful lot of tracks here in my master deactivated template. I'm going to unfold all of these. I'm using some Metagrid shortcuts for this. I'll put a link to the Metagrid site in the description so you can check that out. Highly recommend it. I'm running 3 instances of Metagrid on 3 iPads, and a couple of them are absolutely ancient, so it doesn't really require up-to-date technology. I find it incredibly useful to stay on top of everything. So, and you can see I've labeled all of my, everything is in master folders and then subfolders underneath that, and I can fold and unfold. That's all contained within the Cubase preferences, which you can have a look for. Highly recommend being organized with that stuff as well. So yeah, so what I want to talk to you today is about how to use colors to determine what you're seeing in your template. As you can imagine, when working with large templates, and we all feel this, we get a little bit overwhelmed. So it's helpful to be able to focus on individual families of instruments. And you can obviously use things like visibility preset configurations. Cubase offers these, and they're here. They're useful to some extent. The big issue with Cubase and the how Steinberg has decided to do this is that if you add a new track to any project, it gets added to every single visibility configuration. And I find that of limited use, to be quite frank. I've been asking for Steinberg to change that for some time. It's obviously not a trivial thing to fix, so they've not done it. So anyway, we need to find some workarounds. I needed to find some workarounds. And one of the things that I found in my hunting around was the using colors. So we can go to our projects in the project menu. We go down here to the project colors setup, and you can you can change all of these colors and you can give them names. I think by default they're labeled just color 1, 2, 3, whatever. To be honest, it doesn't really matter. I've changed them all to be helpful. I am colorblind slightly, so you may be disagreeing vehemently with some of my labeling, but you know, it really doesn't matter so long as you're consistent and you're sort of stable. So you can see all my woodwinds, I've colored them green too, I think, if memory serves. I can always check. And then once everything's sort of labeled and colored right, you can color things even when they're activated or deactivated. It doesn't seem to make a difference. And once everything's colored the way you want it, let's not get into the color debate. You might be screaming at your screen. It's like, the brass is obviously red, you fool. And, do feel free to comment and start a massive argument about the appropriate colors for different instrument families. That's always entertaining and a good waste of time. So knock yourselves out, feel free. So what I wanted to do was be able to focus on individual instrument families. And so I've set everything up as a color. And then the real clever bit is here in the, where is it now? It is here, Project Logical Editor. So you go to Project Logical Editor, Setup, and let's have a look. What I've done is I've created these. We'll use, it has been a bit buggy, actually, to be honest. But let's try woodwinds, and we can use this as an example. Let's see if it works. This has stitched me up. I'm having some teething troubles with it. It is a work in progress, so you'll have to bear with me. So I've set up container type is equal to a folder track, and it contains the color name contains not green. All these are, you can set these within the Project Logical Editor. You can see for yourself. What I've also done, if you think about it, it's if everything is visible, it's great. Okay, I want you to show everything that's not green. But if, say, for example, you're only looking at things that are yellow, so I've focused on my brass, well, actually green isn't visible anyway, so there's nothing to hide other than that. It's not there. I haven't explained that particularly well, but I'm sure you get the idea. Anyway, long story short, it's necessary to show everything, and you can add a command here, and I've just added channel track visibility show all, And then that's a pre-process command, so that's before any of this happens. So everything is shown, and then post-process we hide channel track visibility, the hide selected. So that's your string of commands if you want to replicate that or change it. And obviously this depends on this setting, depends on what you've colored your things. So for brass, in fact for percussion, pink, I've colored all my percussion pink. Keyboards, it's blue 1. What is it for brass? I'm sure it's yellow. Yellow, there you go. So bang, you see, you can run that command. Let's go to, yeah, sorry, one thing to note is that you save your preset. Where do you save your preset? It is, found it. Cubase only offers you the option if you change something. So I've changed strings. Let's say I wanted to change that to purple 3. You will then get the option save changes as a preset. I don't want to do that for now because I've created everything. So my strings are all purple 1. Bang, apply. You see everything. Now, obviously that's great, but you don't want to be opening the project logical editor every time you want to run one of these commands, because that's going to get boring, it's going to get time consuming. Fine. So what you can then do is go to your key commands menu. That's in edit key commands. I've set that up as a keyboard shortcut as well. And you can assign keys to the command that you've saved. You can see it right there. That's within the, I've got loads of massive stuff here. It's all getting quite complicated. That's in the Process Project Logical Editor menu. I just search for woodwinds because life's too short to be hunting through menus. Woodwinds, bang. And you can see I've set Control Option and numerical keypad number 2. But I've also set, you can set whatever you like. I'm experimenting with that. Command Control Option and W for woodwinds, obviously. If I go to brass, I think I might have set this up. Find the next one. Show brass. Control Option and 3. Oh yeah, I've set that one up. Should we go to plucked? So this might be assigned to something else. Oh no, it's not. There you go. And you assign it. Bang. So and now press Control Option Command and P. We get plucked. I press same and B. We get brass. I've got another command for all, and that's the woodwinds and stuff. You can see. Now you can see it is a little bit touchy. I'm having an issue here with the woodwinds not displaying properly. Woodwinds have been really flaky for me. For some reason, that green color just doesn't seem to want to play ball. Brass is fine. Look, seems absolutely fine. So yeah, not entirely sure why that is. So I'm gonna have to troubleshoot that, bug hunt that. Woodwinds do seem to be a bit of a problem. Not entirely sure why that is. But yeah, I hope that's been helpful. If you've got any questions, do post them. And yeah, so using colors to control visibility within Cubase.